Yappers, welcome back to Binge Yap Repeat. I am joined today by not Ruchi once again, but I'm here with Jing. Yay!
Not the other Jing, the original Jing.
OG Jing.
OG Jing.
Yes. It is a bit confusing that I have two best friends named Jing, but that's fine. Jing, welcome. I'm really excited to discuss The Beast in Me today. Yay. This was a show that we tried to get Ruchi to watch, and she just could not watch in time.
Oh, she's busy?
She's super busy, yeah. She's on Yappers. She's on a trip for like most of December. So I think she'll be here for next week's episode and the week after. But not here last week, this week, or the end of December. All right. Well, let's get started. The Beast in Me is an American psychological crime thriller television miniseries on Netflix, starring Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys.
I don't know.
Rice? Riss?
I think it's British or Welsh.
Oh,
Possibly, yeah.
Interesting. You know, I recognized him, but I can't remember what I recognized him from.
He was one of the main actors in The Americans, like that spy show that was super popular. He was also in Felicity.
Which one was Felicity?
Felicity came out in like the 90s when we were kids.
Oh.
I think she lived in Seattle.
Oh.
But he is real life married to Carrie Russell.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they met on The Americans and then they got married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How cute. Love it. All right, so this series follows an author played by Claire Danes who begins writing a book about her new next-door neighbor, Matthew Rhys, a real estate executive who allegedly killed his wife. The series premiered on November 13th, 2025, and got pretty good reviews.
I hadn't heard anything about the show. It just popped up on my Netflix, and I love Claire Danes. I think she's an amazing actress. And I was like, ooh, psychological thriller. And then I watched the whole thing in one night.
Oh my God.
It was like a true binge for me. And I rarely truly binge things anymore. Like, this is just so good.
Wow, because it was what, like 8 hours of content?
6 something?
6 something?
Yeah, it was like 8 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It was a Monday, too. Stayed up late.
Okay, well, I guess we have a general impression, but what were your overall thoughts?
I thought the writing was very good, and I thought the 3 actors of Claire Danes, Matthew Rhys, and Brittany Snow all did a really great job in their roles. Like, it felt like they were meant to be playing these roles. And then I also love the dog, Steve. Steve is this like little white dog that's just so cute and fluffy. You can just pick him up with one arm. And I was like, Steve, #1 dog.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you've been wanting a tiny little white dog for a while.
Steve is like top dream dog for me.
Oh, Steve. I know, he was so cute. Also, I love when dogs have human names. I think it's so funny.
I also thought the actual character that Matthew Rhys played, Nile Jarvis, he was very like charming, but also, I'm sure as we'll discuss, like crazy. Matthew just did such a great job playing him. Like, it was just so enthralling to watch this like rich white guy actually turn out to be crazy.
Seriously. It was, he was literally like captivating.
Yeah.
And if I was in Aggie's shoes, I think I would have gone through the exact same thing of like, hating him at first, and then just like getting sucked into his world and like wanting to be around him.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's so charismatic within that show.
Yeah.
And it's almost like looking at like a king cobra or like a deadly snake. Like, there's just something mesmerizing about being around him.
Yeah.
And you're like, but he's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
It's like, I want to know more, but I can't get too close.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I totally agree. I thought all the acting in general was so phenomenal. And the story was really interesting. And yeah, the whole time I really didn't know if he had killed his wife or not. until they showed what happened. I
Mm-hmm.
really couldn't tell.
Yeah, they kept it really close for a really long time, and
Yeah.
that was really good.
My first question for you is, what do you think the title of the show means? And why do you think Nile changed her book title from The Beast and Me to The Beast in Me?
Ooh, I think it goes back to one of their first conversations when they were at the restaurant, and he
Mm.
was like, "Oh, I see that bloodlust in you." So you're writing this book as if
Oh.
we're like you're not a beast, but actually you are a beast.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay. So when he changed the title to The Beast in Me, you think he was saying that she needs to acknowledge the beast in herself?
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Because he was like, "Oh, what's that guy that" okay, well, the
Abbott? No.
no, the drunk driver.
Oh, Teddy Fennig.
Yes, Teddy Fennick, yeah. When he heard her talking about Teddy Fennick, he was like, "This lady wants that guy to suffer
Mhm.
truly in her heart."
Mhm.
So much that it ruined her own marriage
Yeah.
because she couldn't let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, interesting. I like that. I like that. I was thinking it was like we all, yeah, maybe not about the suffering or like wanting Teddy Fennig to suffer, but like having done something horrific and just like acknowledging that you've done something horrific. Like, I think, I don't know, I feel like part of him knew that she was not blameless in her son's death. Like, he could tell that she felt that way.
Mhm.
And that was kind of the beast that he wanted to pull out or something. Yeah.
Mm. I really love I think this is one of the reasons why I like the show so much was because I feel like that's such like a difficult or hard idea for people to acknowledge their own fault in
Mm,
situations. And she was telling like she couldn't acknowledge it so much that she was telling herself like this guy, he's absolutely to blame because of I can't face my own acknowledgement in this, like, I'm just gonna keep harping. I'm gonna be like hyper obsessed with this guy. Like he filed a restraining order against her.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when he went to like her son's grave to like mourn remorse, she was like, "You can't be
Mm,
here." Yeah.
yeah. Okay. That also makes me think, I think he must have seen that in her because I think he exhibited a lot of that behavior as well. Like whenever he did something bad, he would completely justify it and be like, "Well, you wanted them to suffer anyway," or
Mhm.
like Madison was giving information to Abbott. Like he never took responsibility for it and just like totally justified his actions and just blamed the other person.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I also thought that Madison was actually Madison is Nile Jarvis's wife that he murdered.
We now know
We now know.
he murdered.
And she is like from a wealthy
Mm,
family. She's just been like a socialite in New York and then they got together and but she I guess has like been afraid of him for a long time. And she was
yeah.
actually quite a complex character. Really
Mm,
appreciated.
say more about that.
Well, I think, she has like a very small role. Like the actress herself has a very small role in the
Mhm,
show, but she has a lot of impact. Like
mm,
I think like she could have turned a blind eye to everything that he was
mm,
doing, but because she was scared of him, then she started doing the right thing and working with the FBI,
yeah,
even though that would hurt her parents too, because they were so financially involved with
true.
Niall Jarvis.
Yeah, she really broke a lot of inertia to start working with the FBI. That is so true. Um, I have a question. When she wrote that note that Niall ultimately takes and
Mhm.
poses as her suicide note, was that just a random poem she had written, or was that from her first suicide attempt?
Yeah, I believe it's from her first suicide attempt, and, they don't say this explicitly in the show, but my guess is, like, Niall killed that sculptor that she was working with,
Mm,
and I think it was, like, at that time, like, she really suspected that Nile killed him, and then I think she felt like, "This is my fault. If I hadn't gotten involved with this guy, he would still be alive." So, yeah. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, okay, 'cause yeah, there was some of that in the note of, like, "I'm to blame" or something, right? Wait, let me look up what was in that note.
Sorry, heavy warning, trigger warning alert.
Oh, yeah? Trigger warning. Madison Jarvis.
Okay, I got it.
Nice.
Escape is such a thankful word. I search for other answers, but they all lead me back here. There has been real love in my life, and for that I'm grateful, but I'm too tired of the fight. I'm not strong enough. Forgive me.
Okay. So it was kind of about escape and, like, wishing she was stronger to fight harder.
Yeah, I mean, this could be just a note someone writes, when they're deep in depression
Yeah.
and life is very difficult for them. It could also be that she's feeling very guilty
Mm,
over, this person's death that she cared for, even though she did not have an affair with or did not have a
yeah,
romantic relation with.
yeah. Okay, okay, interesting.
Are we supposed to rate the show at the top?
Oh, I forgot! Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, before we get into it, wow, Jing, you're such a great BYR host.
I've only listened to almost all the episodes.
Okay, alright, what would you rate this? Quality and enjoyment.
I would give this a 5 out of quality
Mm.
and also a 5 out of enjoyment. This is
Mm.
a perfect show for me.
10 out of
A 10
10.
out of 10. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I think I would give it a 5 out of maybe 4 out of 5 on quality, just because I thought, like, the Jarvis Yards stuff was a bit messy and unnecessary,
Mm,
but
okay.
happy to happy to discuss that.
Okay.
And then, enjoyment, I would give that a 5 out of 5. Yeah.
Mm,
I was so excited to keep watching the show. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like I said, I normally don't binge shows, and then I normally stop actually, like, 3/4 of the way through the show, like,
Oh.
when I can tell where it's going, and
Oh,
then
you
I'm
usually
like
don't finish shows?
I actually don't finish a lot of shows because I'm like, I just don't really care anymore.
Mm.
But this show, I was like, "Oh, the writing's so good. I'm not sure where this is going. I'm really curious to see." So, I'm gonna keep watching.
Mm. Okay, great. What did you think about the Jarvis Yard stuff?
Well, okay, first off, that councilwoman, she was kind of like AOC, right?
Yeah.
It was refreshing. Well, I guess later she changed her mind. But I was gonna say it was refreshing that she turned down their offer in the very beginning and she tried
Mm.
to stick to her own morals.
I guess what's your philosophy? Well, this is kind of getting into politics, but what's like your philosophy on politicians finding a common ground or like finding compromise versus like sticking to their guns and like forcing, because there are many ways to move the needle. One is to like find a compromise, and then one is to just like hold your ground and see if anything happens.
Mhm.
And I guess, well, maybe I'll just answer this for myself first. I thought her way was very effective in, like being this AOC type character, really sticking to her guns, and then when the other side does offer a compromise, just take it so that you're giving your people something. But yeah.
Oh, so you thought she should have taken the offer the first time?
No, well, not
Oh.
not the first time, but like you know how during the press conference at the very end,
Mhm.
people were protesting against her because she like gave in,
Yeah.
even though she got the Jarvises to give something that she really wanted for her people and like that would help them. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
This is why I could not go into
Yeah.
politics because it's so messy. Yeah, and I would feel so bad, like, having people protest me
Mm,
when I, am trying to do net good,
right.
but
Yeah.
it's
It's like,
difficult.
is net good the important thing or is only good the important thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough. Mm.
I actually kind of enjoyed it because it reminded me of the show called Billions.
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's all about kind of like the New York AG as a power
What's
broker,
AG?
um, attorney general.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yes. And then he's, fighting all these hedge fund managers.
What's his name in real life? I forget. Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti,
Yeah.
yeah. But I always just kind of enjoy like the machinations of the New York wealthy trying to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was very interested to see something like that in this show.
Totally. Yeah. I love Billions also. And actually, I'm watching a show called Homeland right now, which
Which also
has
has Claire Danes.
Claire Danes
Yeah.
and Damian Lewis from Billions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried watching it, but I couldn't get into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of hard it's hard to watch. It's very
Fair. Yeah.
tough subject matter.
Very tough subject matter and a very like 2010s subject matter.
Yes, for sure. Damian Lewis, also such a great actor.
Yeah.
Yes. One of the things, okay, to just do a little aside, that I was interested when I was watching the show that I didn't realize is that I guess being like an art gallerist is how you social climb in New York.
Oh, yeah, because both Madison and Nina were doing that, right? Like
Yes.
that was their I guess I didn't interpret that as a like a front for social climbing.
Yeah, well, so I think Madison, she's already at the top. That's why she's the art gallerist. But Nina, who doesn't come from an ultra wealthy family, who grew up in New Jersey,
Mm.
is like trying to social climb, and I guess does that through art galleries, which is
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah, yappers. If you know how the New York socialites operate, let us
Yeah.
know if that's accurate.
As one more side, I thought it was interesting when Madison was like, "You have no eye for talent." Like when Nina was trying to leave, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Does that matter? You're all just rich."
How do you know you have an eye for talent? Yeah. Oh, why do you think Nile married Nina?
Yeah, that part I thought maybe they would give us more scenes for to kind of because it was like, okay, we see Madison's death, and then we see Niall and Nina together, like already well into their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't kind of really see like
The
how.
start.
Yeah. My guess is that Niall took an interest in Nina when she told on Madison.
And he was like, "Oh, she's loyal to me."
Yeah. But then also it seemed like he resented her for not ever questioning him.
Yeah, I was really confused by their relationship because I was like, he clearly doesn't respect her or consider her an equal in any way. Like I don't know, he just was pretty dismissive of her. Um, when that night that he came home really late after being with Aggie,
Yeah.
he just completely dismissed her and they had sex, but he didn't tell her anything. He obviously wasn't treating her like a partner. But then I was like, but then why did you marry her? No one was forcing you to get married. It's actually
Yeah,
like you're probably fighting public perception by getting married so soon.
for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like, maybe he wanted some kind of companionship. And also, I wouldn't say he totally didn't respect her opinion. Like, she's part of when she went on that walk with Aggie after that, then he agreed to do the book with Aggie.
Oh, he didn't agree until then?
Right. He was kind of like, I'll think about it. And then
Mm.
she went on that walk with Aggie, and Aggie was like, "Is this a job interview?" And then
Mm.
after that walk, Niall was like, "Okay, I'll do the book."
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, that's fair. Because I was just thinking about how, Nina tried to work with Shelley for Shelley's art, and then Niall
Yes,
was like, "That was a stupid idea. She shouldn't have done that." And I was like,
definitely.
"Oh,
Yeah,
poor Nina."
definitely his priorities are high above
Oh, yeah.
Nina's. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else. Okay, yeah, talking a little bit more about Nina and Aggie. So I thought it was really interesting how when Aggie goes to the gallery and says that she's called the police on herself. As
Mhm.
she's leaving, she says this one line that's, "I told myself the story I needed to hear so I could survive, just like you're doing now."
Mhm.
So she kind of acknowledged that, you know, I lied to myself intentionally about my own involvement, in my son's death. And so, yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about the parallels between Aggie and Nina and how they both lied to themselves in order to get what they wanted in life, which
Mm.
I guess for Aggie, getting what she wanted in life was just having a clean conscience about her son's death.
I feel like for Aggie, that was the only way for her to survive, because if she really acknowledged her own part, I think she would have just totally had, like, a mental breakdown,
Mm,
which Aggie really could use therapy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Serious. She's like she was like severely depressed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, that's a super traumatizing event.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also her unwillingness to address it, I
Mm.
think really, it broke up her marriage,
Mhm.
and that moment when
Shelley.
Shelley, when she's like when Aggie's like, "Just 5 minutes," and she's apologizing, and Shelley's listening behind the door, and then she's like, "I'm really sorry, I hope you work it out," and then she closes the door on Aggie.
That was ice cold.
I was like, "That's so brutal." But also, Shelley, like, I respect your
Yeah.
boundaries. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure it was also difficult for her. And
Mhm.
I'm sure she, want to be able to move on past things, but just Aggie couldn't.
Yeah, I know. Because I think they established that so the son died 4 years ago, but then they got divorced 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so there were 2 years where they were trying to make it work and, like, trying to get past this. That's a long time.
Yeah. And Aggie's like harassing
Like,
Fennec
actively
actively during
harassing
that whole time.
4 years later.
Yeah, and just I'm sure in those 2 years right after, it was, like, super intense. I'm sure for Shelley, she just wanted to grieve and move
Mhm.
on.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I I was reading, Reddit on this show, and there was, like, a big consensus around hating Shelley, but I
Oh,
actually
really?
really sympathized with Shelley.
Oh,
Yeah.
because she turned her back on Aggie at the end, or
I think turn her back on Aggie, yeah, didn't hear her out when Aggie called her, after she was framed for Fenning's death, shut the door on her when Aggie came to her, there were just so many times when Shelley could have been nicer to her.
uh, okay, but when Aggie called her, she was with the police
Yeah,
already. Like,
yeah,
what are you gonna do? Like, the police probably went to Shelley very
yeah,
quickly, like, when Fennec yeah, or, like, when they found Fennec in Aggie's house.
yeah. No, I totally agree. I thought Shelley was yeah, I had a lot of sympathy for Shelley because I think if I was in her position where my spouse could not get past this for 4 years, like, I guess the first 2 years, and just couldn't move on, was angry all the time, was, like, low-key violent, like, threw the brick through Fennec's window,
Yeah,
just stuff
yeah.
like that. I think I would have done the same thing as her, and I would have had a really troubled relationship with them going forward as well.
For sure. Yeah. I could see maybe where Reddit's coming in, because I think a lot of their relationship story, it kind of played out that Aggie didn't really respect Shelley's work as an artist, and
Mhm.
that Aggie's career took a lot more precedence, and that maybe Shelley was rightfully so, like, upset about that, and that's her motivating
Mm.
factor in all of these. But I think it really is just like those years where they tried, and it was just probably so painful for her.
Painful. And yeah, and to some extent, Aggie not moving on is just like keeping Shelley in this grief hole where she's
Yeah.
like, I'm ready to move past it, but like you're still there, which is not allowing me to move past it. And now I'm also feeling guilty that I'm not still there with you. Like it's so hard to grieve on different timelines.
Yeah, and I'm sure she did her best. I'm sure she tried really hard to help Aggie. At a certain point, like, you can only do so much, and you just have to, like, separate yourself from the
Yeah.
situation. And she clearly was also still grieving and processing things like, that big artwork that she was working on that was like all the faces of her son, you know.
Mhm.
I'm sure it's still very impactful for her.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, it must be so hard to lose a child. Like, yeah, that's not something you're gonna get over in even 4 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting Reddit.
Mhm.
So Reddit was super on Aggie's side and all of this?
Yeah, like Aggie versus Shelley. They're just like, "Fuck Shelley." Yeah.
Actually did not like
Aggie?
Aggie personally.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about Aggie.
I mean, Claire Danes did an amazing job playing her. The portrayal felt really realistic. She was,
Mhm.
clearly like a very emotional person and
Very.
clearly was still feeling so much pain from
Yeah.
everything. But like, if in real life was around I just feel like it would be very difficult for me in real life to be around someone who's just so violent and aggressive.
Yeah. Just very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, like, her character was very interesting, but I agree I would not wanna be friends with her. And I did feel like the acting was a bit one-dimensional. Like,
Mhm.
Ruchi was kinda complaining that, like, she's just, like, angry stuttering all the time,
Mhm.
and I think if she had played it more like her character in Homeland, where, like, that there's a bit of a mental thing there where she's, like, a little unhinged, but, like, she's very passionate about what I feel like that would have been a more complex character, but, like, what we got was just very angry stuttering with a really pained history. Yeah.
Mm. To me, I felt like it made sense because I think where that character is in her emotional journey with everything still felt just so,
Mm.
so in the
Like,
pain still.
hyper-focused on that one
Yeah,
thing, so she
yeah,
couldn't break out of it.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
She's quite sweet to Steve, though.
Yeah.
You
Steve!
guys need to
Oh,
put up a photo of Steve.
as a dog owner, it was really sad to me that day that she forgot about him and he peed in the house and he was just barking incessantly.
Yeah, yeah,
Poor
that was really sad.
Steve.
Also, the one thing I'll say about Steve is that he's not a very effective guard dog. And when the uncle came in and was snooping around her house, he barked for like 5 seconds and then just like moved on.
Alright.
It's like, I guess you're here.
Oh, you're the owner of this
Yeah.
house now.
The guy didn't even do anything. It's not like he gave Steve a treat.
No, no. Yeah, Maui would not even bark, so
Okay.
Steve did a better job than Maui
Did
would have done.
something.
Oh, speaking of the uncle, I really liked that line when Nina kinda confronted him as he was going back to his, like, ADU near the house,
Mm.
and she was like, "How could don't you want more than what you have? Like, doesn't this make you angry that your brother and his son have all this stuff?" And he was like, "I will have one thing that they will never have, enough."
Yeah,
I
that was
loved
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
So the one question I had, like after I finished watching this show, was like, what was the initial decision that happened after the uncle and Marty, the dad, like just
Marvin.
Marvin, thank you, discovered that Nile had killed Madison, and the brother was like, "If I have a vote in this, I would say protect your legacy."
Mm. So I think he was saying option 1 is to cover this up and risk your legacy. Option 2 is to turn him in and separate yourself from him to protect your legacy. Yeah.
So that's how you interpreted it.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's how I
okay.
interpreted it. How
Yeah.
did you interpret it?
I wasn't quite sure when he was saying protect your legacy, he meant like protect the family.
Oh, I thought it was the real estate empire and, like,
Mm,
let Nile go
yeah.
so that you can protect your real estate empire.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if there was anything in that because Niall's older brother had died from an overdose.
Mm.
And so maybe Marvin was like, this is my son. I can't let
Mm.
him, this is a one time mistake. I can't let him, go to jail over this.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if I'm forgetting the brother's name. Um,
Oh, the uncle?
oh, sorry, uncle. Yeah, I'm forgetting his name, but I wonder if he said it and meant what I interpreted it as, which is protect your legacy, aka your empire.
Mm,
And Marvin heard that and was like, I must protect my only living son.
mm,
Hmm.
yeah, maybe. I surprisingly, they painted Marvin in kind of a good light. Like, even though I'm sure he's like a horrible person and done a bunch of shady stuff in
Yeah.
New York real estate apartment, but I did find it very humanizing that like the news of his son killing someone made him have a stroke. And then when it happened
Yeah.
again, he had like another
Another
stroke.
stroke?
I was like, I guess if I was in Marvin's shoes, I too would probably have a stroke.
Yeah, but you would not expect that from a character like Marvin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You would think he's just super cold blooded.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he killed someone.
I
But
know.
yeah,
I was also surprised by how upset he was when he saw Madison's dead body
right,
because he slapped him.
right.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna be like, "What have you done, you dumbass?"
Yeah,
But he was
yeah.
like, "What have you done?"
Like, we don't even know if Marvin really liked Madison that much. That was never
Right.
covered in the show. So, assuming he just had neutral feelings, he was still quite upset that son had murdered someone.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like that actor too, who played
Oh,
Marvin.
yeah, yeah.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
A
He's in
little
Breaking
bit,
Bad,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I recognize him
Yeah.
from Breaking Bad. And then the actress that played Shelley, she was
Lucy in Parks and
yes,
Rec.
yes. It took me a while. I was like, how do I know her?
Yeah,
And then it was like, oh yeah, she was Lucy.
that's right. Oh.
Happy to see her in more roles.
Mhm. Yeah, me too. I like her. I think I don't know if she's actually queer, but I think I've seen her play another queer character before. Um,
Yeah, I feel like I have
but I
too.
don't remember what it was. It was a show kind of like this one, I think. Natalie Morales. Oh, she was in Grey's Anatomy from 2024 to 2025.
I see. Okay,
Late
quite
Grey's.
recent. Yeah.
The Middleman, The Trophy Wife, The Grinder. She was in White Collar. Oh, she was in Dead to Me.
Oh, the Christina Applegate show?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who was she? I think she was like a restaurant owner or was she Linda Cardellini's sister or something?
I only watched the first season, then I don't really remember.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I think that's what I remember her from. Interesting.
Okay. I think the one, I guess my one baby critique of the show
Mm.
is that I felt it was kind of unnecessary that Abbott and his supervisor were having an affair.
Oh yeah, that whole thing and the supervisor's like marriage story. It
Maybe,
was so
yeah,
random.
I think maybe that was more of a plot device and to show how the New York elite can have control and the FBI and also maybe more of the theme when, Aggie's like calling her for help and then she's super compromised and she's like, I cannot.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I agree. The affair was totally that added literally nothing
Yeah.
to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Natalie Morales is queer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Wow, we love.
Love. Representation. Do we think Claire Danes is queer?
I don't. But we'll see.
She is not, or not publicly known to be queer.
I just want to shout out another work that Claire Danes was in that I really love called There's Something Wrong with the Fleischmans. And she plays like the wife or the ex-wife of a Jewish couple in New York, kind of like a upper middle class situation with Jesse Eisenberg. And then they get divorced. And then you kind of see like two totally different narratives of what's happening in their relationship and their life that led them into the situation, or even different narratives like afterwards too.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so she's always playing these like upset post-traumatic
Complex roles.
complex
Yeah.
roles. Complex roles. Okay, with a fraught personal life.
Yeah. Well, she was also Juliet in Romeo and Juliet.
Oh yeah, the Leonardo DiCaprio one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
She's had a long career.
Yeah, very. I was surprised by how old she looked in this show.
Was she like mid 40s or something?
I thought she looked like she was in her 50s,
Oh,
but maybe she is in her 40s. Let's
I
see.
feel like they tried to make her look very, like, haggard,
Yeah, they
you
did
know?
definitely try to make her look
Because
haggard.
she was clearly, like, not really taking care of herself in that period of time.
Yeah. Oh, she's 46. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought she looked
Yeah.
like.
Wow! She looks so different than how she did in the show
I
right
don't think
now.
she was wearing, like, any
Any makeup?
makeup.
They might have given her makeup to
Make her look
accentuate her wrinkles and stuff.
yeah, possibly, make
Yeah.
her look a little more gaunt,
Yeah.
like, harsh or stern.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought, like, Shelley was, like, late 30s
Mhm.
maybe.
Mhm.
I I guess I think Nina was also, like, late 30s, and maybe Jarvis was also, like, mid-40s.
Yeah, I think so. We haven't spent a ton of time on Nile and Aggie's relationship and their
Mm.
friendship and that night that they spent together, which I thought was such an interesting episode.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun. I thought it was hilarious when he was like, "So you don't wanna fuck me at all?"
Yeah.
There's no part of me that wants to fuck me, and she was like,
No.
"No, I really don't."
It was also funny that first lunch that they had at the restaurant when um she's basically just like she's like pretty blunt with him and he's like, I need to hang out with more dykes.
Yeah.
So
He liked her, like, acerbic personality,
Mhm.
and also that I'm sure in his life, like, everyone's kind of a people pleaser around him, and he can tell
Yeah.
because he's a sociopath,
Yeah.
and when she isn't, he's like, "Oh, it's
So
so refreshing."
refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It must yeah, he's definitely surrounded by yes men all the time, including his wife to some extent.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
yeah,
For sure. Yeah. They had a lot of chemistry.
they did. They did.
Yeah. And the 2 they just work so well together.
So well, and their characters are so interesting. Yeah, I just loved seeing scenes of them together. It's like you could see she really wanted to resist
The
giving in to
charm,
yeah,
yeah.
resist the charm and like he was just so effective and like really took a liking to her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it seemed like in their conversations, like, she actually did take some moments to really, like, reflect and grow on things.
Mm.
Like, when he was asking her about, like, why her marriage ended. Like, that felt like that was a very honest moment for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. He's the therapist she needed all along.
Yeah. I think I was also reflecting about this show though that Nile Jarvis is why I think I'm a little afraid of ultra wealthy people
Mm.
because they can kind of just act without consequence
Mhm.
and you can get harmed by that, like by being
Totally. Like you're just collateral damage in whatever
happen.
their goals are.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever happens to you doesn't matter.
Yeah, totally. Terrifying.
Terrifying. Yeah. But definitely there is some like magnetism to him.
Yeah. Yeah. I was pulled in by it just
Mhm.
watching. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Like, I'm sure if Nile Jarvis in real life was that charming to me, I'd be like, "What's happening?" Also, like, I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Totally. I would have been a yes man to him probably.
Sucked right in.
So at what point did you suspect Nile of Madison's death?
I feel like I never totally let go of my suspicion
Mm.
throughout the show. But I actually thought I kind of fell into their trap where they made it look like Nina had been the one that was working with Abbott for like 30 minutes. And then I was like, oh, Nina's the spy. And then later it was Matt. So I was like, ah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I thought for some reason, I thought it was going to come out that like the reason he can say with such confidence that he did not kill her is because he did not technically kill her, but he caused her death in some way.
Mm.
Or something like he got someone to off her or
Mm.
something. But no, he just straight up killed her in cold blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite a violent murder too. Like very gory and brutal.
Very brutal.
Yeah.
They really showed that.
They really showed the beast
Yeah.
in him in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The moment when you see that he's like edited her 4 chapters, I was like, "Ah!"
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When he found it.
Yeah.
He found the book. Oh,
And she's like reading through his notes. I was like,
Ugh. Yeah, the book was just like the whole plot of having a book was so interesting because like it helped her in some ways because she totally used that as an excuse when he figured out that she was talking to the FBI and like
mhm.
yeah, but then at the same time it's like what's your goal? Like why would Nile agree to this book if he has no say over what she says in it, you know?
Mm. I think he just believed that he could charm her into writing like
Something positive about him.
or just more humanizing. Yeah, or
Mm.
just changing the narrative a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, she likes me, so she won't paint me out to be a monster."
Right. And I feel like a lot of these biographies that come out, they say some bad stuff, but have so much more context
Yeah.
about people's actions that at the end of the day, you're like, I
Hmm.
get this
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Mm. Interesting.
I love that moment when she's in their house, Niles' mansion, and then she starts pitching him the book. And then he's kind of like, what's happening?
Yeah, he was like, "Wait, so you're in?"
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you're into this idea now? It's like the tables have turned.
Yeah, and he's like, "What changed?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And that moment and that scene when he's like eating the chicken
Oh,
with his
yeah.
bare hands, I was like, oh.
Hey, I was like, "This is very violent," and I like that they're showing how violent he is with this chicken and, like, how he really looked like a beast eating something. Um, B, I was like, I hope he doesn't give chicken bones to his dogs because chicken bones are bad for dogs because they splinter really easily and they can like get stuck
I see.
and cut. Yeah.
Their intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
As a vegetarian, I was like, this is so gross.
Yeah, fair. Even as a non-vegetarian, I was like, this is gross.
And then I was also wondering, like, it seemed like a lot of chicken. I was like, is this more than one chicken?
That's a lot of chicken objectively.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like trying to figure out based off of the bones. I was like, how many chickens is this right now?
It seemed like it was just a lot of wings, perhaps.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
A lot of wings, a lot of legs or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Something like that.
I thought he like butchered the chicken.
Hmm.
Nah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Something that it reminded me of, just in terms of like kind of like that darkness and
Mhm.
being willing to explore that darkness inside people, was this other Netflix show called Baby Reindeer that I actually have
Oh.
not finished, but I would like to go back to. But it's so dark. in
That's
that
about a
show.
stalker, right?
Yeah, it's about a stalker and stand-up comedian, but then the comedian likes the attention from the stalker, and then kind of does things that maybe encourages it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
a very complex idea.
Hmm. Cool. Should we rate again? Have your ratings changed?
I guess, okay, now that we've discussed it a little bit more, I would maybe I know we're only supposed to do integers, so it would still round up to a 5,
Yeah.
but in my heart, it's like a 4.8 for quality.
Okay. Okay.
It's
fair.
still a 5 out of enjoyment.
Yeah. I would have also like if I could give decimals, I would give like 4.4 for quality. Okay. But then it averages out to a 9.5, so perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Binge in progress.
Okay, not a show or anything, but I've recently started learning to play the game Go
Oh.
with the black and white pieces.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's fine.
Fun. So fun. What a refreshing binge. Non-media binge.
It's actually slightly related to Binge Yap Repeat because the last episode I did was about Devil's Plan with Ruchi. And one of the contestants on that show was like a super famous Go player named Lee Sedol.
That's where I've heard of this game.
Yeah.
Was from your episode. Okay.
Yes. And so I've recently just had a push or some motivation to start learning Go because I'm inspired by Lee Sedol.
Are you playing on your phone? Is it against people or like against a bot?
A bot. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not good enough to play against people.
'Kay.
I'd get destroyed immediately.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fun.
Yeah.
I have been watching Homeland, like I said. I'm on like episode 6 or something. But I'm really enjoying it actually. It's definitely like pulling me back into the 2010s, which is interesting. Like it reminds me kind of 24. If you ever watched that. Okay, it was also CIA working against terrorists type of show, but not as character complex. It was more just an action show. So I really like the character complexities in Homeland. And this is one of the only things I've seen Claire Danes in besides The Beast in Me. So enjoying seeing this side of her. And I love Damian Lewis. And I also just finished what I think is a top 10 show of my life for me, which is called All Her Fault. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to get Ruchi to watch it in time to do it for our next episode. Yappers, keep in mind homework for next week. It's called All Her Fault. It has Sarah Snook from Succession. I always forget his name.
Who?
It's on Peacock.
Oh, no wonder.
Jake Lacey from The White Lotus. He was like the honeymoon guy from season 1.
Who stabbed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Sarah Snook.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, it also has Dakota Fanning. It has Michael Pena, whose name I recognize, and I thought he looked familiar, but I don't remember what he was in. It has Abby Elliott, who played Sugar in The Bear. It has Jay Ellis, who played Lawrence in Insecure. And I think those are all the big names. But yeah, like pretty ensemble cast and just a crazy story.
Oh.
And makes you think a lot about what women's versus men's roles are in marriage.
Ooh.
So good.
Interesting. Okay. Perhaps I'll figure out a way to check it out. I guess another thing that I watched recently was it was a filming of a play. And so it's 2 actors I really like, Martin Freeman, and then
I love Martin Freeman.
he's really good, and then Jack Loudon from Slow Horses.
Oh, okay.
Which I know you haven't watched, but the play is just the 2 of them the whole time. There's no other actors, and it's on this like really small set that takes place in London, and so they like have to take it down. They have to move it around. And it's just really impressive for these 2 actors to be carrying this play for like 100 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
It's called The Fifth Step.
The Fifth Step. All right. Great. Yappers, check it out. Well, I guess that's a wrap. That's a wrap on The Beast in Me. Thank you so much for joining, Jing.
Thanks for having me.
We're so happy to have you back. Yay.
See you guys next time.
Bye. Thanks for yapping with us. If you loved this episode, have some hot takes we missed, or if you've got a show you're dying for us to binge next, follow us on socials. We're at Binge Yap Repeat.
Until next time, happy binging!